video about the yard and about a little bit about borders. So without further ado, check it out. And I have comfrey up here. I have cosmos. I have sunflowers, and I have some barrage in there. And when I make that living wall, it's simple. We should all do it. Some people do it for privacy. Some people do it for wind blockage. Some people do it just for beauty. And I'm one of those people that do it for beauty. So as I put these sunflowers through here, it allows the grass to get taller. It holds that moisture in. And these are cosmos that I got right here. That's a little hard to see with all that greenage, but these are cosmos. And I got some barrage in here as well. And I love these flowers. I eat them. So that's the living wall. There you guys are. Just doing some catching up in the yard with my Hoya and my trimmers. Well, there's just a lot of growth going on in the backyard. So first of all, I never know what I'm doing. I just like experimenting. This is my propagating table. And as you can see, I just throw things in here. I throw some seeds. I do some trimming, throw that in there. I threw the grapevine in there. So I'll show you guys some grapes here in a little bit. But as you can see right there, how that looks. We won't know until we actually see the root, but it seems like it's still living, so hopefully that does well. The snapdragons are doing okay. This is a house plant. These are marigolds. Passion fruit. Tomatillos. And these are house plants. I got them under the shade cloth in here. So right here we have strawberries and mint. We like to spread everything out. Keep on propagating, keep on spreading. The less I have to buy, the better food quality, the better that I'm going to be eating, the more food I'll have. So I just keep spreading everything. We got basil. We make a lot of Italian food, Asian food. Just add some of them vegetables, some meat, some Asian sauce. Fry it all up together. Boy, that's a meal. We salsa. Can't wait for those tomatoes to come. They're not. We're getting blooms on the tomatoes, but we haven't actually got any tomatoes yet. Power Tower's doing great. Here's those tomatoes that I was talking about. Now we pulled out a potato, and it wasn't done yet. And we got these two this morning, so I got a little bit of breakfast going on there. We'll get those eggs from the chickens. We'll have some potatoes. But, you know, I pulled them too early, as you can see. We got a little potato there. They were still growing. Now, I seen the flowers, so I thought we were done. So, that's where this came from. But we still got these ones. So, that's it. You just live and learn. So, that's why I only pulled out a little bit. So, that way I can save some for later. Those ones will finish off growing. So right now we have some peppers going right here. Looks like they're doing okay. Oh, there's breakfast. They're not the prettiest, but you know, that's free. That's food. That's food that I'm growing in the backyard. Little time, very little money, and a lot of benefit. So I have the traditional marigolds as companion plants because you want those beneficial insects and you want to chase away the non-beneficial. So here's some marigolds there. And over here, I want to show you these marigolds, the companion plants. These ones are going to be yellow and they're going to be a little bit taller. So there's some tomatoes going down that row. Peppers going down this row. And we got some celery growing right here. We've got some celery in there. And we pull it out of here. Now we just throw a bunch of seeds in there, and then we just spread them out wherever. We did that with the basil as well. I mean, breakfast is growing. That's right. Marigolds, tomatoes, lettuce. These are our cucumbers. I just want to give you guys a picture of what's going on around here, you know. And this is our shade cloth up here. Pepper run, cucumbers, lettuce, tomatoes. Oh, I can't wait for them tomatoes. Let's go take a look at those grapes. Marigold, tomatoes, catnip. Those Cosmos and Barrage will be everywhere throughout the yard because we're trying to stop this right here. And as you can see, this is an aphid issue. You can see those aphids on there. And I see some caterpillars, don't get me wrong. But our broccoli is going to seed. A little disappointed in that. And I gotta tear some of this down. I gotta figure out what's going on in there. My carrots are probably out of control. But back on track, look at these grapes. Who's up for some grapes? And that's why I have these cattle panels up. Because I want the grapes to go all the way around. And I want my strawberries to be underneath as a ground cover. That garden blanket. You always want that garden blanket. But as you can see, there's grapes everywhere in here. And this is Italian parsley. And I grew this on the other side of my little structure here, and this spreads and it has a strong smell, so that should be beneficial for our beneficial insects. And for our three sisters, my squash I think needs more lighting. The squash ain't really growing, but that's how that corn looks. I mean, our corn is doing good. And this is red corn, our traditional yellow corn, and we have some Hopi green on this side. So, this is our little jungle. And I haven't released the chickens yet, so they're over there making a lot of noise. And this is what I was telling you that the chickens like to eat. I can never say this name, so leave it in the comments. Give me a hard time. Our long-term compost bin right here. Just takes forever. I don't do nothing to it. I just let it sit there. Now this is a compost tea right here. And we let that set because it has high nitrates in there from the comfrey. And as it breaks down, it's just beneficial for the microorganism rebuilding that soil, which is fundamental to your growth of your plants. So it adds those beneficials, and it also helps to add more nutrients than just nitrates. So here's another way that we use those cattle panels, and we have all these blooms right here for our cucumbers, and it just keeps on growing up. Probably should have put the cattle panel a little bit higher, but I think it might be too late for that now. See, you live and learn, and that's the only way you're going to be a good gardener is if you're present in the garden. We got some tomatillos here. So with this comfrey, this attracts a lot of bees. And once these flowers open, we'll have some more bee activity. And these bees love it. So these bees will pollinate those cucumbers, and I'll have a lot of cucumbers. We'll have a little bee moment, if you guys don't mind. Well, me and the bee are just going to enjoy the day in the garden. I'm going to do a video about the Renaissance Festival, and I'm also going to do a video in southern Colorado. So I'd like you guys to check those out. Like, subscribe, and share. And you're growing with Garden Nonsense. Blessings.